on. I love it. Oof, number 8 is our angel number for the day, and we have for it to say authority, self-confidence, and personal power. Oh my goodness, that's the very first. Oh my gosh, I love it. Personal power. And look, keep your emotions in balance, stability, balance. This is what we're creating within ourselves, right? This inner feminine and inner masculine energies that we are bringing into balance, into union within ourselves. And that in turn assists you with your detachment process from your external counterpart when you really begin to recognize that this is about me, inside me. And as you begin to heal and focus on you, you can be assured that your counterpart comes back around. Mine is so different. He's definitely changed because of all the changes that I have been going through and been putting myself through in these past couple years. Recognizing that even in the midst of it, maybe I didn't believe the whole time, but in the midst of it, that all of that was bringing us to a better space and place and time. So stay optimistic, number 8 also tells us. Stay optimistic. Again, trusting that everything you're going through, you are growing through. All of these opportunities for growth that you are being presented with through such things as we call challenges, right? They are presenting you with all of these opportunities to grow stronger and wiser, to cultivate better stability, to further your expansion. So stay optimistic. Number 8 is the number of karma, right? And karma has gotten a bad rap, right? Because we're always talking about bad karma or the karmic, but there's good karma too. Recognize this in this realm of duality. If you have one side of the coin, there's always the other side, the light and the dark, the contrast and the light. Number 8 says, be grateful for blessings past, present, and future. As we've already mentioned, how we're having past experiences coming into play, past connections coming into play now, or things that are reminding us of things from our past, because that is to help remind us to be grateful for what has happened rather than speak against what we've done or what has happened. And this has actually come up in conversation yesterday with a soul sister of mine, talking about how we look at some of the things from our past and we judge so much. We wish we'd never done them. We may think that it was a mistake, right? We talk about this. But instead, why not look at everything, good, bad, and fugly, as being blessings that have gotten you to where you are today? Regardless of what today looks like, you're in a better space and place. As well, you can be able to look back over your journey and see all the times when you can actually remember when you thought that you weren't going to make it through. When you thought that you were never going to change, you were never going to get to the results that you desired, you were never going to live your dreams, or you're never going to break that habit. Change is inevitable. And what we focus on is what we attract more of. So be sure to be grateful for blessings past, present, and future. Ground yourself into that space of gratitude to further magnify abundance, prosperity, and wealth. That is our number 8. Abundance, prosperity, and wealth. Check and rewrite your money story. That's again huge on what the energy for today is about. Is this change? What beliefs, what habits of thought, habits of belief, habits of action, what needs to change? And I can pretty much guarantee that most of humanity has a crappy money story that needs to be rewritten, right? Especially, I've mentioned already today about that you have to work real hard just to make a dime, right? For every penny you earn, you have to work so hard, so much effort. If that is something that you say, well, look at your life. Is that what you're living? I mean, believe me, that's one I've worked on for a long time, especially as an entrepreneur, right? It's very challenging when you're passionate about what you do to find that stability in creating that balance, that work-life balance. It's very challenging, very, very challenging, right? Because if you have that worker mentality of, oh, I gotta work, that very well often takes you to this space of working all the time, even when you could be like, quote, living life a little bit more. So number 8, for last but not least, be more fair to yourself. Be more aware of when you're talking to yourself, talking about yourself, especially if you're talking against yourself in any way, shape, or form. That's, again, feeds into this defensiveness. If you are constantly putting yourself down or putting yourself in a space that reaffirms for you that you can't have a certain thing, or you can't be happy, or that's too much work to change that, you get triggered by all those things, is saying, wait a minute. I'm the one that is cutting myself short before I even get the chance. So you are offending yourself without even realizing it. You're the one that's putting yourself in that space to be let down by putting yourself in a position to feel as though you're not good enough or it won't work out for you. Any beliefs or habits or thoughts that you have that are contradictory to what you desire, it's time to change them. It's time to go within and actually let yourself see what those are. So what needs changing, Goddess? What is being asked to be changed within that masculine energy space? Most likely, of course, changing how you're doing things. That's what keeps coming through, is changing how you're doing things, how you feel they need to be done. That facet of control is very, very much masculine energy.